myself in black, I hope you don't see me trying not to make a mess from things that you've told me. How long can you hold on to a fantasy, daydream? Why'd you have to go and say you like me? We were doing well, and I know you too well. You're the one who threw us down and wishing well. Didn't think you'd be the kind of one to kiss and tell. Well, oh well, oh well. Don't say that you like me, maybe. Are you the one that threw us down and wishing well? I'm not gonna like it, baby. Don't play all around me, maybe. Oh well, well, oh well, oh well. I'm not gonna like it, baby.
Hi, welcome to a new video. Today I'd like to share a little bit about moving to a new place, having this creative slump in terms of photography productivity, and how I'm trying to overcome it. Let's go. So about 5 months ago, I moved here to Toronto from Hanoi, Vietnam. Obviously like two very different places, right? One is like very old, very traditional, crazy, hectic, with an obviously a very homogeneous set of demographic. So back then it was like super easy for me to just go out there and take a lot of pictures and come home with a lot of photos that I was satisfied with, because I felt like I knew the streets, I knew like a lot about the cultural stuff that was going on, and I was familiar with how people act because obviously I'm a Vietnamese. So that made it super easy for me to like kind of predict what was going on and know where to go, and just somewhat be one with the street, if that makes sense. Whereas now moving here to Toronto, which is a place where it's like super modern, very kind of orderly compared to Hanoi, and obviously very diverse in terms of people. Now I don't know a lot about the streets, not sure about the stories of the people who are here. I guess you could say I'm in like a learning process. So in terms of photography, it meant that I wasn't able to take a lot of photos as I would have liked. I guess you could say that I'm in somewhat of a creative slump. Is that a word? And in fact, this actually happened to me before when I was living in the US. For example, when I first moved to Chicago, very similar place to Toronto, also like a lakeside city with all these high-rise buildings and obviously people coming from all around the world. It took me like 1 year before I was comfortable enough to go outside with my camera and start taking pictures of people, or just photos that felt personal to me. Also, when I was living in the West Coast, when I first moved there, I only took like touristy photos of beaches or national parks. It was only after a while like of going to a lot of events, making friends, that I feel like I was having my own identity intertwined with the place's identity, if that makes sense. What I'm trying to say is I was really living the moments that I was photographing instead of just spectating it. And I noticed that every time I managed to do this, my photos tend to look more natural and authentic because I relate more with the moments I'm taking photos of. This exact type of experience is what I've been trying to recreate. So I'm currently going to a photo exhibition in downtown Toronto where I happen to have my photo hang there. Tonight is the opening night, so I'll see you there.
Line 1, fourth stage.
Isn't this cool? This is the first time I've ever got a photo displayed out in public like this. So recently I submitted my photo to an open call for exhibition by Vitex Art Collective, which is a local Ukrainian art collective here in Toronto.
And we would like to thank Memento guys, James, for allowing us to host this event.
The theme for this exhibition is Cityscape. I submitted a photo of the small balcony in my apartment in Hanoi, Vietnam. These, as you can see, are the plants taken care of by my dad. What I was trying to go for is trying to show a contrast between the modern hustling and bustling lifestyle and the pressure that comes with it versus our own human desire to connect with nature, have some sense of serenity and calmness among all the chaos. Personally, this is one of the first time that I feel very productive about photography without actually going out there and taking a bunch of photos. Before, I thought that there was all these moments outside, and if I'm not actually out there to take photos, then I'm missing out. So I guess there was a time where a lot of my motivation actually came from FOMO. But if there's one thing that I learned from these kind of events, is that maybe I should stop worrying too much about missing out and start doing more work with the stuff that I already had. I thought my photo, as well as the other photos in these exhibitions, looked pretty good when printed out and hung on the wall versus how I usually look at them, which is on a phone screen or a computer screen. So this really made me want to print my photos in the future and start decorating my wall. Might do a video about this in the future. So you know what to do. Like and subscribe and stay tuned.
One roll? Yes, just one roll. Thank you. Oh, no trouble. Anything else?
Another way that I find inspiration is trying to engage in local photography activities, such as these photo walks. This specific one is by a pretty popular local street photographer named Brian Brock.
I've been to Rogers Road before, which is awesome, so it's cool to see you guys come back for another round. Everyone who's new here, this is a really cool neighborhood. It's kind of underrated, I would say, in the city of Toronto. It's one of those ones that you drive through to get somewhere. You don't always stop. But there's a lot of cool businesses, a lot of small mom and pop shops, and just a really good vibe of the general people who live here.
The idea here is to explore a random neighborhood in Toronto while also trying to finish some of these assignments, as you can see here.
We always say we can eat fourth row.
Thank you. As you can see here, there are 20 different photographers. And so with the same assignments, same subjects, there will be a bunch of different results because everyone has their own interpretation and execution, you know what I mean? And so it's always good to be a part of this exercise where you can learn from the way that other people do things. At the end of the day, events like these are really helpful for me because I find that this is actually me interacting with the city of Toronto itself through taking pictures of and interacting with the smallest components of the city itself. I also really enjoyed socializing and hanging out with all these fellow photo walkers who also share the same interests as myself.
G4 and shooting with ultra fine X3 film, black and white.
Cool.
I'm Deanna. I'm shooting with D.
Steve, shooting with Diana's F100 and 800 Cinesta.
I'm Danica. I have a Pentax K1000 and a Canon French.
I'm Steve. I'm shooting with an X Pro 3.
Well, I'm shooting with Canadian Leica.
At the end of the day, I realized that it's not just about going out there and trying to take as many photos as possible. It's also trying to surround myself with people and things that really inspire me, and also trying to live life to the fullest. And so while I'm still here, I'll go out there, make some friends, grab myself some Tim Hortons, and yeah, try to enjoy this city. We'll see how it goes. So I hope you enjoy my little recap of my photo journey here in Toronto. If you want to have a conversation about photography, reach out to me on Instagram at UTBEEBOB. Like and subscribe on this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Yapping.